Well, I hope you don't mind all this food I put out for you. I thought I'd, raise my game with some catering for my guest.
Yeah, I've never had a spread like this, man. You kind of got everything. I didn't even know that some of this stuff still existed.
Yeah, I had to go above and beyond, bro.
Yeah, I see chicken, I see steak, I see salami, I see ham, I see turkey. This is crazy. You got pasta. Mm-hmm. You got chicken Alfredo.
Oh, yeah.
Parmesan.
Yep, imported from Olive Garden.
Are those breadsticks?
Those are breadsticks.
Oh, sorry. Are they garlic breadsticks or wait? You got garlic breadsticks and regular breadsticks?
Yeah, man, I got all the breadsticks. I'm the breadsticks king, motherfucker.
What is it? What is this? An Italian restaurant? This
Oh
is crazy.
yes, everything.
Like
We've part of everything.
You're sponsored by the Blind Pig or something, bro.
Yeah.
What is this?
FSW after party, right?
Yo, I need to make a sandwich out of this, yo. Garlic bread, chicken, salami, all in one. Yeah, I think my stomach might be messed up after that, but it sounds good to me. You know?
Dude, I'm vegan.
Motherfucker.
Tenacious time podcast. It's tenacious time podcast. Oh, grab your friends if you have any and come and have a great time with your host, Ricky Tenacious.
Hello, hi, and how are you? Welcome to another episode of the Tenacious Time podcast. I'm your host with the most, the current reigning, defending, and most reigning, defending, youngest ever Big Valley Wrestling fighting champion, Ricky Tenacious. Welcome to the show. It is time to get tenacious. We have a great show lined up for you today. We have a very wonderful guest, and of course, but, not as wonderful as me, your host, Ricky Tenacious. So let's go ahead and get right into things. We don't want to waste any time here. I'm sure you all have things to do. I'm pretty sure you're all angry that you decided to take time out of your day to actually listen to this bullshit podcast. So let's just get right into things. My guest today is a sponsored athlete, rising fitness icon, upstart professional wrestler, and future stars of wrestling, a lyricist and rapper. He calls himself the genetic genius. He is every father's nightmare and every daughter's fantasy. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today, Chris Bay.
Yo, what's up, man? I gotta say, it's awesome to be here.
Definitely.
I almost had a hard time finding the place. The elevator, you got so many different floors. I got off on the wrong floor. But once I got off, there was a nice, hot assistant.
Yeah.
And she helped me find the place. So it's
I,
nice to be here.
Was that Mimi? Was she the Hawaiian one, the Asian one, the Mexican one, or the kind of everything looking one?
She wasn't the kind of everything looking one. She was on the 13th floor.
Oh, the 13th. Oh, so you got that Vietnamese chick.
Yeah.
That Vietnamese chick, yeah.
But it's cool, though. It's cool. She's cool. I'm down with everybody. I'll let you know that.
The best part is I don't even have to pay them because they don't even know what money is here. Like, they just... I just pay them in like crackers or something, and they take it graciously.
Can I borrow them?
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Just you can book them or whatever. Yeah, I have multiple floors here, 13 floors at the Tenacious Time studio, and every floor I kind of like to view as like another step in heaven. And like this isn't even the top floor. The top floor is like just this all white room with nothing but white robes in there.
Right. Yeah.
And some white lightsabers. Sometimes I like to do some duels up there and stuff.
Nice.
You kind of you can also hear like yourself think up there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sensory deprivation kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I'm heading up there after this podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. This is the podcast floor. This is where I do all my podcasting, of course. Yeah.
Right. Let's speed this up because I want to get up there.
Okay, sounds good. So you usually on this podcast we interview people of different types of careers, usually artistic related careers. You're, of course, a very multiple artistic man with wrestling, rapping, fitness, which I guess you could also call an art maybe. A lot of things you do. You're a very interesting person. That's why we have you on here today. I met you. Let's just go and just start by talking about your wrestling career, probably the most appealing thing for some of my viewers. I believe I met you like 2 months ago, I think in August, at the Jay Lethal seminar. And you were only like 6 days in. And you got to tie up with Jay Lethal, one of the best wrestlers of the world. So go ahead and just shed some light on what led you to getting into wrestling and kind of where you see yourself in that career.
It's been a long time coming. I originally started watching wrestling when I was probably like 3. My brothers were into it, so I have 5 older brothers, so of course you grow up with that many guys in the house. It's all wrestling.
Oh yeah.
So they were into it, so I got into it and never got out of it. And then I saw Future Stars of Wrestling. I came to Vegas, and the rest was history, bro. And like you said, 6 days in, getting a tie-up with Jay Lethal, that was when I knew I made the perfect right decision. When all the doors open and the opportunity in FSW, it's crazy what you can accomplish.
No.
Yeah, it is very crazy what you can accomplish. So you mentioned you aren't originally from Vegas. Where are you usually from?
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah,
Alexandria, Virginia.
Specifically, Alexandria, Virginia. That's Northern Virginia for you all who don't know. It's a very boring place, so don't ever go there. But nah, it was cool, yo. It just didn't provide any wrestling options, so this is where the wrestling's at here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here right now with the one and only Ricky Tenacious. Boom.
Hell yeah, that's
There
how
it
it's
is.
got to be, man. I believe you've only been wrestling now for like a month. Like you only have a few matches under your belt, like 3.
Yeah,
Round
yeah.
3.
I've done 2 singles, a tag. I've done a weird triple threat match, which was pretty fun, and a rumble. So it's been a couple now, but like you said, it's been about a month since the first one. So it's all going by pretty fast. Like 3 months in training all together, it shouldn't be moving this fast, but thankfully to the Lord, of course, it is going this fast. So I can't do anything but count the blessings, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of moving in so fast, there's honestly usually the average it takes a person who's just getting into wrestling training to make their debut. I think the minimum average, from what I understand, is like 9 months to a year. Like if you get a spot or if you just can get incorporated to the show. But no, you trained for like a month and then you just got like thrown right into the fire.
Yeah, and it's not a knock to anybody who takes them longer, because some people are more. It takes more time to learn things, but. Not to say I was practicing this stuff at home when they say don't try it at home, but I have somewhat of a physical background, so I had an idea of how to do stuff. So once I kind of learned how to actually do it, the plan kind of fell into motion a little bit faster. And then I was there when I first moved here. Didn't have a job, so I was there like every single day, pretty much 5 days a week. So you learn faster when you're there every day.
Yeah, definitely. I also think a large part. A very contributing part to not just yourself, but a lot of wrestlers out there that can get them what we call a push, which is like an acceleration in your career, like getting you on matches more and a spot more is your look. I mean, I've swear to God, this is what I heard. I believe I think it was the FSW Silverton show. Yeah. It was the Rumble, and you came out and there was this guy sitting behind me because I'm at the announce table doing my thing. And he's back there, and he was also an announcer, so sometimes we'll chit chat. And he's kind of like commenting on all the new wrestlers he hasn't seen. Yeah. And when you came out, the first thing he said was, "Wow, this kid has a great look to him. Like he looks phenomenal in the ring." So I mean, I know he's just a fan, but that one fan can turn into 10 fans. That 10 fan can turn into 100. Before you know it, you have this huge following behind you. So I definitely think having the look and having just a good physique to you and looking, believable and looking like you take care of yourself I would say if I had a promotion and you walked in and you trained for a month, I definitely want to put you in the ring as soon as possible, because you like, I'm not trying to like stroke you or anything here, but you have this look to you that makes people, that will make any promoter go, this guy is someone I need on the card. And I know he is going to be someone that the people want to see in the ring. Right. Yeah. So, and you definitely have, you're still relatively green, as we like to say, and you still have a lot more to learn and a lot more to go to tighten up these things. You're still learning. You definitely focus on your strengths. You definitely have this set of moves you can do. And I think you focus on that and you kind of just expand from there, really. Yeah. So you should. I definitely feel very blessed, because I've talked about it many times before, and I trained because I started training so young. I didn't debut until after a good 3 years of training. Yeah. But then it's also because I only went to training like maybe twice a week. Yeah. But you were there every day, like you said. So.
And you were pretty young, so
yeah, and I was pretty young.
It plays a huge factor. It does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does play a very huge factor, and it's good for me. I don't want to talk about myself a lot because I'm only 19 now, and I'm this champion. I've been wrestling for about 4 years now, and
it's crazy.
I still have all this time to go. Some guys don't get into the game till like 25, right? And they only have I think so much time of being young, according to like some bigger promotions, some contracted promotions for them to get their foot in the door. So.
He threw up the finger quote when he said young, just so you don't see that. I see that, but by the way, is that a Frappuccino machine next to you?
That is a Frappuccino machine, and the cappuccino machine behind you as well. We also there's
Whoa.
if you don't see it because I feel too many people have used it, but on the first floor there's actually if you go in the elevator there's this all red button, and you would think it's the emergency button, and it kind of is in some cases. Okay, you push it and it actually takes you in an underground story. And it's just basement that's actually a full-blown Starbucks.
Oh.
Full-blown Starbucks, okay? I actually hire like 3 hipsters to hang out in there. So when I go in there, like in the morning or whatever, whenever we have coffee, like I don't feel alone.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, make it act like an actual Starbucks. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
That red button might be next level, no Owen Travers.
Yeah, no,
Shout
he
out
was
to
just
Travis
on this
Knight.
show too. He was just
Awesome,
on this
yeah.
show. Yeah,
No, that's
next
a cool
level of
guy.
entertainment, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where do you before we get to our next topic about you, where do you hope to go with wrestling? Do you want to do this full time? Do you want to eventually get signed, like make it a full career?
Yeah, I've said this before, and it's a funny backstory to it. My senior year, they did a video package where they went around to most of the seniors. I don't know if they got all of them, but they asked a lot of people like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And for mine, I said in 10 years I'm going to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So to put that into what I just said, I want to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I don't really just want to be a wrestler in the company, even though there's nothing wrong with that. But I've always seen myself as being the face and wanting to be able to be the guy who runs the company and who can carry a company. So that's what I look to learn, how to be that guy, how to be that huge marquee player. You know, when I think about where I want to take this, I want to be like a household name. Like when you say Dwayne Johnson, you know The Rock came from pro wrestling, but he's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be a household name like people like Kevin Hart and all those people who are making their ways in entertainment all in all. That's what I would love to take this to, but pro wrestling's the number one thing, so I want to keep it here, but I want to be something larger than life. So I want to be the WWE World Champion, but take it to a whole new level.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Speaking of goals, and I'm kind of coming up with stuff on the spot here because I know I keep saying we're going to get to different elements of your career. You're a very multi-vocational person.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the FSW Arena Show Sunday Night Slam, and before that we had the Brutal Bob Seminar, which is one of the most critically praised seminars going on right now. Brutal Bob is a really super knowledgeable guy. He knows a lot about the business. I really took away a lot from that seminar. But I want to hear from you. You were there as well. There's a good 30 guys there at FSW learning really good.
Yeah.
What did you take away from that seminar? Like what's some things that you felt you learned from Brutal Bob?
I think it's crazy because when I first heard about the seminar, everybody in this business is kind of older than you. Us at least, because we're young.
Yeah.
You know, according to what they say, young. But I didn't really know what I was going to be able to take away from the seminar, even though I knew he had a lot of experience. But I just still didn't quite know what I was going to be able to take away from it. But I was so glad that I did go because he had a lot of knowledge to share with us.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that I took away were financial advice. When he was touching on the financial things and about how to go about yourself more as a business. That's what I've been trying to do anyway. You know, like you said, I'm new to the business, but I'm trying to do it in the best way possible.
Hell yeah.
So I'm already working on logos. I'm already working on merchandise and stuff like that. So when he was shedding light on that, my brain was kind of clicking with everything he was saying and putting it all into like, all right, this is how I'm going to do this, and this is how I'm going to do this. And I was on the right track with this, but this is how I'm going to crank it up tenfold. Yeah. So I took away a lot when he talked about the business aspect of making yourself a business and how to get work in other promotions. Mm-hmm. That's something I'm looking at already, too, because you're never too early in the business to learn this stuff, you know, because if you're not learning, what are you doing? So even though I'm 3 months in, all this information is very important information that I need to learn, that I need to be able to be the best me possible and contribute the most to the wrestling business. Because at the end of the day, we're just giving back. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, hell yeah. We didn't exactly mean to go off track there, but not necessarily trying to put Bob over, even though he's a really nice guy, very friendly. His seminar, if you're listening to this and you're a promoter or you're a wrestler and Brutal Bob is offering a seminar, take the seminar.
He's tall as hell, but
yeah, he's tall. Yeah, but he knows so much. I really did walk away learning a lot about it. I don't want to get into it right now because we still have a lot more to talk about. I don't want to get too sidetracked. Yeah. But Brutal Bob's his seminar, Hanging With Bob, really great experience. Definitely something anyone can learn from. I really liked how you said if you're not learning, then what are you doing? Because I've been in this business 4 years and I'm still learning every day to try to improve myself. Right. So let's go and get into your music career. You are an aspiring rapper. Yeah. You've done a few things. You've done some performances. You've done some songs. Yeah. Let's go and take us. What was kind of the inception of you wanting to get into music and how that's kind of accelerated?
This is about to be some crazy stuff.
Okay.
So brace yourself, right? So, just like you, and you got your dad love of pro wrestling.
Yep.
My family is music.
Okay.
That's our thing. So my grandfather, he was a singer.
Yeah.
And he used to sing with Elvis, actually. They were really good friends.
Awesome.
So back in my house in Virginia, I have a lot of photos of them two together. It's surreal because when you think Elvis, everyone knows Elvis.
Yeah.
But who knows someone who knows Elvis?
Oh.
I don't know. You know, personally, other than my grandfather. So that's a cool thing. So it all started there. When I remember when I was young and I was a kid, we used to go over to his house. He passed away in, I think, 2000 or 2001. But when I was a kid, I used to go over to his house, and he had all his equipment always set up. And me and my brothers, we used to all mess around on the equipment. And then one thing led to another, and I would play around on, like, the stereo back at that I had at my house. And then I think it was 8th grade. I was in math class with a couple guys, and they all wanted to make music. And they were like, yeah, I'm sure you can rap. Probably stereotyping, but we're all black, so couldn't judge them. Yeah, so we made a song together, 2 songs, something like that, and I thought it was cool. They stopped making the music, and about a year later, I was like, well, people liked it. Maybe it's something I should pursue. So I went ahead and started to do it on my own, and it freaking snowballed. It took a while. It definitely took a while, and I was recording off of like Audacity with a computer headset mic, and people were like, "Oh, you're trash. Stop. What are you doing? You're some shit." And I'm like, "It's all right. Like, I got the drive. I'll make it. I got the drive. I got gas in the tank. I'll make it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy where I'm at now with it because I don't even really do it anymore. But when I do, people still listen.
Yeah.
And that's the important part. If people are listening, you got something,
Hell yeah.
So it's cool. I think I've made over like 200 something songs.
Awesome.
I've had a handful of mixtapes. You'll only be able to find like 4 now, and I'm glad because the rest were like the very beginning days. And you can find those on spinrilla.com. Search up Chris Bay. It'll be there. And on my SoundCloud, Chris Bay. So yeah, it's all cool. It's tight, man. I just like it because it's fun, man. It's fun. It's a release, and you get to say stuff that people feel and people can identify with. If people want to play your music back, that means you said something to them.
Hell yeah.
You can listen to it once and be like, oh, it sounded okay. But the real test is when people play it back, especially years later.
Oh yeah.
Because music lasts forever.
Yeah, I think that music is one of the best art forms around, and probably the most relatable, of course, because everybody listens to music.
Yeah, except you're deaf.
Yeah. One genre or another. And something I said a few years ago in like this old Facebook post was one of the conclusions I made with music is just like this. Whoever made it is kind of usually every song is like a story, or it's like some point they're trying to get across, or some inspiration they felt they should put into a song,
right.
And then that song we'll take a big song for me in life is "Creep" by Radiohead, which is a different genre of music, and I remember listening to that song when I was like really young, and it was sophomore year. It was a really hard time in my life. I really liked that song, just from the tempo of it to the lyrics to what its overall message, and I liked it. So, and overall, it sounded good. If it's catchy and it sounds good and it's relatable, then that's some main points you can get there. Yeah. And I found myself listening to that song over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. And I feel like for an artist, especially myself, like I've said this before, whether you're a musician or you're a wrestler or you're a podcaster or if you're a painter or whatever it may be, and you ever ask yourself, or if someone asks you why are you doing this, you usually look at the why nots of why you're doing this. Why not make music? Why not do a podcast? I started podcasts because, number one, it's something I always wanted to do. And number two, I feel like I have a lot of things to say, and I meet a lot of people who I feel like we can have interesting conversations with, and other people should hear them.
Yeah.
And I know I only have so many viewers right now, and I'd love to grow them, but I never look at like a video and go, 10 viewers. What the fuck, man? Like, that sucks. Like, I really wish I had more people to listen to. I'm glad 10 people listened to that podcast. I'm glad at least 10 people took time away from their day to listen to what me and you had to say. Because even if they laugh at it, or if they feel entertained by it, or they take a personal message from it and go, you know what, I feel like I learned something from this podcast. That's what really matters to me.
Yeah.
And if it's with music and they listen to music and they go, you know what, that song was really good. That song was the type of good that makes me want to listen to it over and over again. Not just because it's a good song, but because this song describes how I feel. Like when your dog dies, or like when you get into a fight with your girlfriend, or like if it's like a movie or something. Like I love Pulp Fiction. That's like my favorite movie ever. Yeah. Okay, if I'm ever in a bad mood, I can pop Pulp Fiction into the DVD player, and all of a sudden, life isn't too bad for 2.5 hours.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like that's how every artist should see their work. Like when you make something, like if it's one of your songs, like if someone, I feel like it would mean the world to you if someone went up to you and goes, hey, listen to this song we recorded. I listen to it at least once every day. I listened to it last weekend. Me and my girlfriend got into a fight, and your song just really summed up how I felt at that time. Yeah. And I feel like it really related to the message, and I really want to thank you for making that, because now I have this outlet to go to.
Right.
That helps kind of describes how I feel. Yeah. And I feel like that's really where the art of music comes in, or the art of anything. The art is any numbnut can take a piece of paper and draw some shit.
Right.
Okay? But it's not about what you do, it's how you make people feel about it.
Right.
You know, that's why different paintings go for millions of dollars. Because people look at it and they go, this make me feel this type of way.
Right,
and it needs to be in my house. And I want people to pass by it and maybe they'll feel something about it.
Right, yeah.
And I feel that's my little spiel about art. Sorry, I kind of went on about it, but that's a big message I always like to relay. There's no reason not to do something, because there's always someone out there that's going to take something from it. You should always think of the enthusiasm and the inspiration you give someone when you put your music out.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, that's a great point.
Yeah. So yeah, fitness icon. You are a sponsored athlete. If you guys, if you can, go and look up Chris Bay. He has his own YouTube channel. He wrestles as Chris Strong in FSW. If you go to the FSW shows, I'm sure you've seen him at least once in the past few months now. You know he is in fantastic shape. He has a chiseled body. Look like it's molded from marble. He works out all the time. So go and tell us, was fitness kind of just a thing that you've always wanted to do, or you kind of just worked into doing and kind of just became this thing for you that's gotten you sponsorships?
I originally didn't have any type of sports or anything that I was into. Like when I was younger, I was into like basketball a bit, but wrestling was always like the only thing. And then I skateboarded for maybe 5 to 6 years when I was like maybe 11 to 16, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like I stopped skateboarding because of the conscious decision I made after suffering a couple injuries to whether I wanted to keep trying that, even though I didn't really want to do that for a career, and risk never being able to try wrestling, or if I wanted to just, call it quits on it. So I called it quits on it, and I was like, well, what now? And I was like maybe 100 pounds at the time. This was probably junior year now, and I was thinking to myself, well, pro wrestlers are usually big. I think I'm going to have to start hitting the weights. Mm-hmm. And I took a class, personal fitness, and me and weights kind of like clicked. And just like you said, for your escape for music, how you can use music as an escape.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot of stuff between relationship and stuff going on at home and personal insecurities that I used the gym as an outlet, and it kind of got me addicted. So I went from being like 100 pounds to being 140 pounds or being 135 pounds, being 140 pounds and dropping my muscle, my body fat, and then just learning more about what I was doing. And whenever I do something, I want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
So I've never really trained the wrong way. There was mistakes I made, like anyone will in the gym, that cost you a couple months in the gym. But for the most part, I always train the correct way. And people would be like, oh, are you on steroids or what is it? Because they saw how small I was and how big I got.
Yeah.
You say I'm chiseled. You say I'm this. I'm all right. But I know like where I'm going to be mentally, where I want to be, it's going to be a whole new level.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's cool for people to think that way about me. And I went to the Olympia this year and I met up with Brad Castleberry. I went to his booth, and he has this company called Castleberry Nutrition. So you guys can check out that website. It's castleberrynutrition.com. But he was cool, hella cool dude, and they were looking for athletes. Bada boom, bada bang, and your boy was on the team, and it was cool. Like I've always wanted a sponsorship. My thing is I want to be able to be in a position to help others, and right now I can, because for 50% off, you can go ahead on Castleberry Nutrition and put in the promo code Chris Bay in all capitals. And
no spaces.
No spaces. All caps, no spaces. Thank you for that. And you can get stuff for like 50% off, and that's something I can help people with. And the other day, we got a guy, Marco, that we train with. You know Marco.
Yeah.
He's never tried supplements, but he tried our pre-workout. And I'm always, like, curious to what people are going to say, because I'm not just here to be a salesman.
Yeah.
I really want to help people. So if it's something that he wasn't going to like, I was going to be upset about it. But he loved it, so that's awesome. So you might love it too.
Yeah.
And that's just me being able to help people now. If I can keep branching and building myself in fitness and becoming more of an icon, quote unquote, with the fingers up, just like my boy Ricky did, then maybe I'll be able to be in an even better position to help everybody, you know?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's all I want to do, is just help everybody out.
That's really great information, Chris. You definitely have a lot of really helpful and different outlooks on your career, not just doing it for yourself, but also for other people. That's something I really admire, something we admire here at Tenacious TV. Very great words. So right now we're going to take a little commercial break to give a shout out to some of the local professional wrestling shows coming up for the month of December here in Las Vegas, Nevada. When we come back, we're going to be playing some games as usual, some of our regularly scheduled segments, such as the 60-second challenge, which Chris will take part in.
Oh no!
As well as the stories from a hat game, and of course the golden question we ask all of our guests, which is, what is a really good day on the job and what is a really bad day on the job? So stay with us. Here's some quick announcements of the wrestling shows coming up here in Las Vegas. So yeah, enjoy that, and then when we come back, we're going to be doing all that stuff I just talked about. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ricky with the weekly wrestling update, reminding you of all of the shows coming up here in the month of December that have to do with professional wrestling. Lots of great stuff coming your way. A few select dates I have right now. December 9th at the FSW Arena at 7 p.m. FSW has their first official high-octane TV taping. Start time 7 p.m. It'll be a lot of fun. All champions will be there. The Whirlwind Gentleman, new FSW World Heavyweight Champion Eli Drake, and the new FSW No Limits Champion Jace Battle. So a lot of fun there. Make sure you're there. I'll be announcing as always. And then December 17th at the Fremont Country Club, Freak Show Wrestling has their next show. Battle Royal of Misfit Toys. Stars will be there such as Lucha Underground star Marty the Moth, wrestling star, women's wrestling star Shelly Martinez. A lot of fun. I'll be there. The detention will make sure class is in session and everyone's paying attention, or you will go to detention. Also, if you're planning on attending NXT, which is happening that very same day, earlier that day, you can actually see both shows for an affordable price. If you go to NXT, you can bring your ticket stub to Freak Show Wrestling, and they will give you half off the ticket, the price of admission for Freak Show Wrestling. So you go to NXT, you go straight to the Fremont Country Club, you show your ticket, you get it for $10. What a great deal. Start time is 9 p.m. for that show. Don't miss it. It'll be a lot of fun. Come and support your favorite wrestlers. Also, December 18th, Big Valley Wrestling returns with their 2-year anniversary show called The Nightmare Before Xmas. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a Christmas-themed show, also our 2-year anniversary show. This is a very special show because every ticket holder will get a free hot dog, bag of chips, and soda. So you come, it's $5 for kids, $10 for adults. It'll be a lot of fun. You get free food, free drink, free chips, and some great professional wrestling action. It'll be a great time. I will be defending my Big Valley Wrestling Fighting Championship as always, and of course I'll be winning another match and retaining my BVW Fighting Championship. So those are all the great shows coming up that I can think of right now. If there's more, of course I'll speak of them on my other podcast. Thank you very much for watching. Also, before we get to the second part of this podcast, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Tenacious TV. Share with your friends. Tell them what's going on. If you have any questions for me, you can follow me on Facebook. I'll be making a Twitter account for Tenacious TV very soon as well. So make sure you hit up all the social media you can. Share this video, like it, tell people about it. And make sure you go and follow Chris Bay on his social media outlets, such as his SoundCloud page, other music outlets, his Facebook page, and get things rolling and support your favorite wrestlers. Thank you very much. And now, without further ado, let's get back to the show. Welcome back to the Tenacious Time podcast. Once again, we are here with my guest, Chris Bay, a.k.a. Chris Strong. It's time to get into the fun part of the podcast. We found a lot about you. But now let's see how much you know. It is time for the 60-second challenge. This is a new segment on the show. We've played it a few times with some of my guests, such as Blue Richards and Owen Travers. Unfortunately, they don't usually tend to have the best luck of it. Blue Richards wasn't able to name a lot of moves that Samuel L. Jackson has been in. Owen Travers was on a roll with his video gaming naming, but I found out he was cheating using his phone, and that didn't work out too well. So today, your 60-second challenge, Chris, is going to be naming as many cereals as you can within 60 seconds. Just as many cereals as you can within 60 seconds. I will be tallying it up. And if you can do it very well, then I guess you'll be one of the top players of the 60-second challenge. We try to make these not necessarily as difficult as we can, but definitely, of course, very challenging. So once again, you'll have 60 seconds on the clock to name as many cereals as you can. I'll be tallying them up. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, we have the timer ready to go. So whenever you're ready, I will start the time, and we will start tallying things up. As many cereals as you can. Okay, are you ready? It doesn't matter.
Go.
What's up?
I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ham, hogs, dogs, beans, green. All right,
Yeah. Okay.
Cereal.
Yeah.
Let's go
Okay.
cereal.
Yeah. Cereal. All right. And of course, yes, on this catering table we have many cereals. We have all the cereals plus the best milk you can find.
Right.
I hook it up the best I can. Most of this food we haven't even eaten yet. I don't even know if we are going to eat it. We'll probably just throw it away because we're rich, right? We're rich.
I know his milk is exquisite, guys, because it's not in cartons. It's in glass jars.
Yeah.
Who keeps their milk in glass jars?
We also have wine glasses you can pour this stuff in. We got to do it big here.
Hey, I'm eating my cereal out of wine glass after this. We're doing it crazy. Cocktail glass.
Yep. All right. So, time is going to start, and I'll start tallying. Okay. It doesn't matter what the brand is, just as many cereals as you can think of.
For sure.
Okay. If you repeat the same cereal twice, then you will automatically lose.
Really?
Now, this does not count for generic cereals. So, if you say Fruit Loops and then you say Fruity Circles, that will not be a disqualification.
Okay.
But if you say Fruit Loops twice, that'll be a disqualification.
All right, for sure.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Time starts now.
Okay, we'll start with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yep.
Frosted Flakes. Mm-hmm. Frosted Flakes with marshmallows.
I'm with it.
Fruit Loops.
Okay.
Fruit Loops with marshmallows.
Okay, sure.
French Toast Crunch.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go golden Flakes.
Okay.
Golden Grams.
Okay.
Honey Smacks.
Okay.
Honey Grams.
Okay. Wait a minute. Did you say that?
No. I
Okay.
said Golden Grams.
All right, that's fine.
And then I said Honey Grams. So
Okay.
then we'll go S'mores.
Okay.
Cookie Crisp.
Yes.
We'll go Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Fruity Pebbles. You know what they're called. Cocoa
Yeah, I'm with it.
Pebbles. Yeah. Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Reese's Puffs.
Yes.
Fruity Circles.
Hell yeah.
You gave me that one.
15 seconds.
Oh jeez. Honeycomb.
Yeah.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Sure.
Regular Cheerios.
Yeah.
K.
Yeah.
Freaking! I'm running out.
It's okay because time is up. Let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 cereals to be named in 60 seconds. Very impressive, my man. Very impressive. Give yourself a round of applause.
Throw it over the shoulder.
Awesome, man.
You know?
Best part, you didn't have to cheat or anything to do it. Unlike some of my other viewers. Owen Travers.
You suck.
Yeah, that's very fun. So that's just one of the segments. We have our next segment coming up here. This is called the Stories from a Hat. Ooh. We have this hat here full of a few suggestions. They're all life events that you can talk about. For example, like most embarrassing moment in life. So we have a number of them here. You're going to pick 2, okay? And you can you're going to read them aloud, which ones you got. And then you can either choose to you can choose one of them, or if you'd like you can do both of them. Okay, so go ahead and choose 2.
For sure. Look away. I'm gonna look away to make it look official. Make it feel official.
Go ahead and read what you got.
All right, I got most defining moment in life so far, and I got best and worst memory from high school.
Okay, you can choose one of them, or you can do both if you'd like.
I'm gonna do both. I ain't got nothing to hide.
All right, sounds good. Let's do the high school one first.
We're gonna start with the fun one. All right, so best and worst memory for high school. I'm the type who, when you ask, do you want the good news or bad news first, I say the bad news. So we'll start with the worst.
Okay.
All right, so probably would be when I was walking senior year, and I had my headphones in. I was jamming. I was feeling like the man, headed to class. And, like, the hallways were full. And I had on my nice Doc Martens.
Hell yeah.
You know? But they had the little latches on the top of them. One on the right side, one on the left side, like, in the inside. So they could, like, almost latch together if you walked the wrong way. Well, this particular day, I walked the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
So I'm walking full speed, listening to music. I can't even remember what song I was listening to. But I just remember I'm walking. Boots stick together. Uh-oh. I take like 3 hops, and I like do that dramatic, oh, like yell. So everyone automatically looks over at me, and I'm starting to like tilt over. Tilting. My first instinct was to like put my hands out. So when I put my hands out, my momentum swung my feet up because they were still stuck together.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not that flexible, and I had a backpack on my back. So like, for some reason, I pushed off the floor when I touched with my hands, and I did like a front flip. But in midair, the boots unlatched themselves, so I landed back on my feet normal. So everyone was like looking at me, and then some people were like, he's just trying to show off. And my teacher was outside her class with like her colleagues, and they looked at me and they were like, just come in class. Like, what are you doing out there playing around, fiddling around? And I just thought it was like really weird and like the worst thing ever because I thought I looked so cool. And then that weird thing happened where I almost landed right on my face, but I dodged it last second. But that was the worst. Definitely. I didn't have like anything too crazy. I was chill. But we talk about the best moment. Damn. What was good about high school? Did I do anything cool? Oh, well, I guess if this counts, I don't know. You can tell me if it counts or not. I was offered to go back the year after I left to perform for like a pep rally, music.
Yeah, you can say that. That's fine.
All right, yeah, cool. Yeah, they wanted me to perform, and I thought it was cool because like I told you when I first started, everyone was like, "Oh, you suck, stop." And that was people I went to high school with, and then it's like, "Hey, come perform for us. We want to see you." Yeah, suck it. Like that. That was like the feeling I had about that, but that was the best. It's like sweet revenge in the best way possible.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, without hurting anyone.
Oh, cool, man.
Physically.
Yeah, cool. I did a lot of performing myself in high school, and those were some really good times. And
you look like you were in a band or something.
Nah, dude. No, that's actually like the one thing I wasn't in, really. Well, I mean, technically, there was this. I did a play where I played a band member, and it was like this guy singing this love. It was like he sung a love song, but it was actually about breaking up with the girl. And so he wanted like a full band with him. Yeah. And it was just a makeshift band. Like he was gonna do the music, and then we had one guy, this dude Howie, really talented acoustic guitarist, and he was playing the guitar. Nice. And then we had this other dude that we called Gigolo because he had a lot of girlfriends. Yeah. He had the salt shaker. Yeah. He was using that, and then there was me, and I was like, man, I gotta do something different. So I just like, I pick up this notebook. And I just like, and they're putting the song together or whatever. Yeah. And I start tapping it on my knee to like make like a drum sound. Yeah, yeah. And then it worked. Like it sunk in, and like everyone dug it, and it was really cool. Yeah, but I did a lot of different performing, a lot of different well received dance performances. Honestly, that had to do with like dancing and mainly just theater. But every time it was a really good time. It was really fun.
See, the way you look now, you look like you can slap the hell out of a bass. But yeah, I see this nice, exquisite expensively drawn portrait of you in high school over here, and I don't know. Yeah, it looks like you didn't play in the band there. It looked like maybe the flute or something.
Yeah. On the fourth floor is actually just a whole room devoted to paintings of me. Some of them of me, like some Shawn Michaels, Playgirl kind of stuff. You know,
nice,
like
nice.
my belt over my junk.
Yeah. Is it your title right now? Your world title?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah. BBW Fighting Championship, baby.
Let them know.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let them know. Next one you have is the most defining moment in life. This is basically a moment in life so far that you felt you knew, like, I guess like a way to put it is like the most euphoric moment in life. Like a moment of life that you went, this is like, you're just really glad to be alive. And maybe it could also be a moment that really introduced you, it kind of set forth the path in life that you knew you wanted to take. Like a defining moment that made you say, this is what I want to do. This is kind of like the life-changing moment for me that's going to set me in this path.
Yeah. So the most defining moment in my life will probably be, so far at least, will probably be the match I wrestled against Scotty Ice.
Yeah.
That's because it was my second match and it was my first singles match.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect anybody to react to me because when you go out there, no one knows you.
Yeah.
When it's your first time, no one knows you. But I got a decent reaction out there, and I did my thing, and I held it down. And like I told you, I've always wanted to wrestle. When I was able to perform that match, and I lost, it's fine. I took a pile driver. It's a pile driver. So if anyone's listening right now, you got something to say about it. It's a pile driver. You know? So, but after the match, I just remember going back to the back and thinking, like, yeah, this is such a blessing. I can't get over it. 7 or 8 months ago, I was back in Virginia, and my father passed away. And all I ever wanted to do was have him and my mom see me wrestle, because all I talked about as a kid was wrestling. Yeah. And my dad took me to my first wrestling shows and pretty much all of them. And I never got to show him that. And I remember I was with him when he took his last breath, and the first thing that went through my mind after he was gone was that, damn, he never got to see me wrestle. I never even stepped in a wrestling ring. So to be able to do that, I felt like he was watching, and I felt like I made him proud. Yeah. Honestly.
That's really very touching. Very, very touching thing to say. I can relate extremely. When I was 13, my mom passed away. Yeah. And actually, sorry to hear about your loss too. And I remember I'd see her on the weekends because my mom and dad were divorced, and so I would see her on the weekends, and I lived with my dad during the week. Yeah. And we would always have this time where we would lay in her bed and we kind of just would talk about the week. Yeah. And I remember specifically telling her, I was like, I have like my number one goal in life. And she goes, what is it? It's like, I'm going to go to the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, and then I'm going to go to WrestleMania, and then I'm going to win the heavyweight championship, and it's going to be fucking awesome, and you're going to be there for it. Right. And you're going to be so proud about it. Right. And unfortunately, she passed away when I was 13. Yeah. And she never got to see me wrestle, unfortunately. And so if there was really anything I can change about my life, it would just for her to at least have seen me wrestle, like, just once. Because I knew she was my biggest supporter. And my dad, he's always been a huge supporter of wrestling, and he's always at my matches, and he's always supporting me the best way he can. Yeah. So I'm just very gracious to at least have him in my life for him to see me wrestle. Right, so. Yeah. You know, no day like today, as they usually say. Yeah, so. No,
we basically had the same story there. You know, like I was the opposite way. Like it was the reciprocal. I had lived with my mom during the week, and then saw my dad's on the weekend. Yeah. So I feel you, brother. But we're here, man. We're making stuff happen. There it is.
Pound it, brother. All right. So next section is something I've been looking forward to do. Something fun. It can either flop or it can go places. Pretty fun. So you are a lyricist, you are a rapper. Yeah. So the number one question is, what's your freestyle game like, Will? What's your freestyle game like?
It definitely varies, but we're about to see, I guess. That's what it sounds like. I ain't afraid.
All right.
I'm afraid to embarrass myself either, folks.
You can you have a beat right here,
Yeah.
and you can go and start it off, and then I guess I'll jump in too. I'll see what I can do. I can't make any promises that it's gonna be good.
For sure.
And then,
How long am I going for?
you can just vary. I mean, if you feel it and you feel like you just want to keep going, or you feel like you're just kind of like, yeah, you could just say a line and then be like, yeah, I'm good, I'm done. So like you can do a verse and I'll do a verse, and then you can do one and you can just finish it off or something like that. It'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully you can. All right, it's time for some freestyle and jamming with Chris Strong and Ricky Tenacious.
I'm with it.
Hell yeah!
It's going down, folks.
All right, this is one of my favorite rap beats. It has like an opening to it, and then it'll have the beat, and then I'm sure you'll know where to go in. This is a song called "Electric Relaxation" by A Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
Really hella dope song.
For
So
sure.
you could just go ahead and then it's the song's only so long. So if maybe we're going long, I can just rewind it and we'll just keep going. So
For sure.
let's hope this goes well.
Yeah.
I would say I'm sure you can. It's gonna be like the 20-second mark when it drops.
Yeah. It's right here, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It's gonna happen
Okay.
when they stop saying this.
Look, we keep it simple today. It's a new day, man. I'm trying to get paid. Trying to chill up in the shade. Me and Ricky, 10A. You know how we do. Don't copy the swag, the biz. You know what we do, man. Hey. I lost the beat, cause I couldn't even hear, but I don't defeat. Yeah, I don't suffer defeat, no. I eat all the cheese. I need queso and the pesos. All your girls give me pesos, cause they know that I am the kid, and I handle my biz, and I do it. I don't puff on no cigs. I don't need that. But you know we vape, and we vape like we need that smoke. But we don't, cause we do what we want, and do what you want. Yeah. Hey,
Okay, I'm
do
with
what
it.
you want.
See what I can do here. Okay. I'm up all the time. I need some sleep. Get off your feet. Leg sweep.
Yeah.
I have amnesia. I got girls from Indonesia.
Indonesia.
I'm just trying to hear to please ya.
Please, yeah.
My wrestling styles are kind of cool.
Cool.
In the backyard, I got a pool cause I'm swimming in the summer. It's always lit, it's not a bummer.
Hey.
I'm always trying to get turned. You fuck with me and you're gonna get burnt cause this is like Kane's entrance with fire. I'm not a liar. Jim Carrey was in a movie. This podcast is hella groovy. I'm chilling here at a table with Chris Strong. This shit is like a stable. It's gonna be not like a fable because the only thing we speak is the truth. Come hit me up at my booth.
Hey.
Like me on social media. Oh my god, this is an encyclopedia because I'm saying so many type of words.
Hey.
This shit is not that absurd.
Hey.
I'm keeping it going like a train. Man, this is Dave Mazzani's dream. Trying to make that connection. French Connection was a movie, a film, and I'm getting thriller, losing my words. This is sicker.
Hey.
I'm vaping, I'm staping,
Hey.
I'm vaping, creating the vapor.
Hey.
I'm rich making the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna rewind it just a second here.
I like that.
Go ahead, bro.
That's cool.
For sure.
Yeah. Going to the top like an elevator. Never mess with a hater, I'll see you later. We doing without a favor. Your girl, she likes your boy's taper. I keep it clean with the long dreads. And she gonna give me long while I lay up in a nice bed. That's the memory foam. And you know I'm never home cause I'm getting it on. In the gym, man, I'm doing this in the ring too. 4-siders, we don't deal with the 6-side, dude. But that's how he learned when he was 11. If you mess with him, he'll send you right to heaven. Hit you with a power driver, you be stepping.
Uh-oh.
Over to the hospital repping. Holding your neck in. Trying to do your best. The hospital, they put you through the test. They said, man, you're not feeling the best. You might have to go ahead and lay and rest. Hey, that's how we gonna do it now. Freestyling, it's going down. Got your dog on the table and he eating cheese. Cause you got the turkey and the salmon and he, wait, I just messed that up. But I catch it right back cause I don't mess up. I just do it my way, man, I feel blessed up. Like a cross on my freaking neck dressed up. Yeah, that's a chain. And I'm going insane in the membrane. Like you said, Dave Mazzani, that's the pain train. Hey, yeah.
Okay. I'll try to do something else, I guess. Okay. Yo, they say I am not nice. You can just call me Scotty Ice, cause
Hey.
I'm hitting the pile driver.
Hey.
Man, this shit is like a diver, cause I'm just diving into the sea of a pool of the water. H2O.
Hey.
You fuck with me, you gotta go. This is my house. This is my blouse. My wife's wearing it, even though I'm not married.
Hey.
This shit's like a horror movie. It's scary.
Scary.
CTC, Order of a Loom. Man, you should know the Fruit of Loom, cause that's the kind of underwear you wear. Don't get kind of scared, cause that's actually pretty chill and cool. Man, fuck, I can't think of anything else. That's aight.
He got the mic.
Hey.
He's doing all right. Yeah.
I'm with it.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
That was dope.
Nice.
That was dope. Yeah, need some cleaning it up, but it was fun.
This is fun, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Yeah,
You won't come on here and do it.
Yeah,
You
won't.
won't come on the podcast and do it.
You won't though.
I'm talking to all of you.
Yeah.
You.
Getting our heel on
Yeah,
right now.
Right now.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Matter
Yeah,
of fact, I will come back on this show if anyone does an open challenge and wants to freestyle us.
that'd be dope. I'd like that.
now,
That'd be
right
an
now,
interesting thing. Do a little rap battle, bro.
So if you're interested, make sure you comment that you want to battle us, and we'll see what's up.
Yeah, do a tag team. I'd be down for that.
Right, yeah.
That'd be
see,
an interesting.
see if we fit it in the schedule.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with the champ right now. He's a busy man.
Yeah, busy man. Got the studio to pay for, bills to pay.
Right. Yeah. Come and find us on the 27th floor.
Yeah, 27th floor, baby. That should be like our tag team, 27th floor.
Hey, right. I'm with that. I'm with
Yeah,
that.
I'm with
27th floor.
Yeah, I don't really consider myself like a good rapper or anything. I don't think that was good at all. I mean, it was kind of just off the top of my head. But I remember, like, out of my group of friends, like, whenever there was a beat going on or whatever, like, I'd always be the guy to try and freestyle and try to say some shit.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes it was really good, or, like, sometimes it was like, really bad, or it kind of just
Well, that's how
varied.
you learn.
Yeah, but no one can really say shit because it's not like they were trying to do it, you know?
Yeah. I'm better at writing, but I have fun freestyling. I'm not afraid to admit it. You know, some people are
Yeah.
better at writing, some people are better at freestyling. I'm better at writing, but I still have fun with the freestyles.
Oh, yeah,
So,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember high school, during lunchtime, there was, I think junior or senior year, ended up being this circle of people that would freestyle at lunch.
Yeah.
And, of
Let me
course,
find out you were in it.
Yeah, what's up?
Let me find out you were in the circle.
Oh, yeah, man. You know damn well I was in the circle.
this is
Motherfucker.
awesome.
I was hella in that
This is
circle.
awesome.
I always tried to, man. And it was cool. I eventually, like, some guys kind of just played around with it, which kind of having fun with it. And but it was cool because there was one point where, like, that was the thing at lunch. Like, you'd eat your lunch, and then you just go in the circle. And then before we knew it, we had, like, this huge crowd of people, and you have two guys step up, and fucking they just spit. Yeah, and most of the time, no one, like, it wasn't, like, any dissing or anything. Like, there was some dissing, but, like, no one, it wasn't like, oh, you totally got burned by this guy. Like, it was, everyone was just doing it for fun.
Right, yeah.
And we had glass windows in our classrooms, and so you could see the circle from, like, a certain classroom, and, like, kids would be watching it and shit.
Nice.
It was fun, man. It was
No one
hella
was
fun.
harmed in the making of the freestyle.
Yeah, no one was burned. It was cool, man.
cool.
All right, so we've had a really fun time here. It's time to get down to the golden question we ask all I ask every guest that comes on here. Now you have a different. I feel like you've spent more time in music than wrestling you have, or maybe fitness. So if you like, you don't have to focus on a certain vocation for this question. You can maybe just be about your life, because you seem to have a lot of aspects of your life. So the question is, I guess you can substitute the job for your life, or whatever career you want to go for here. What has been a really good day on the job, and what has been a really bad day on the job?
Let's see. like I told you, I'm always going for the bad first, so I'll go for it. That way we'll end it on a positive note, too.
For sure.
So a really bad day on the job. I've suffered my fair share of injuries in the weight room.
Okay.
And they've come from just common mistakes that people make when they don't know what they're doing on like big lifts. For example, like power cleaning and bench pressing. I've tore stuff doing both of those things, and it wasn't the brightest moments in my time, but I knew something was wrong already, and I knew I had other injuries I was dealing with, and I knew I wasn't getting my proper nutrition, and I knew I was missing days, so I knew my strength wasn't going to be 100, so I was just going for stuff that I shouldn't have been going through. And I was just going for stuff that I shouldn't have been going for, and it really cost me big in the end, and took off like 4 or 5 months in the gym. Luckily, I wasn't wrestling at the time because that would have made me even more sad. But those are like the hardest times for me because I was like senior year. I was just starting to build some strength, and then I was losing it all. And then like I caught the flu soon and like lost 25 pounds. So everything I worked for just like taken from me, and I was embarrassed. I was like wearing big hoodies all the time because like what I had worked for was gone, and I wasn't paying my gym membership, and I was just like I can't go back there. Like I really had to start back from scratch. One day I had to wake up and realize there was work to be done.
Yeah.
But that was like probably the worst day on the job. You know, the best day on the job would probably be a day when I finally reached 275 on my bench. For the last 2 years, I was stuck at 270 since.
Pepe, move.
I was stuck at 270 on my bench. I hit that somewhere senior year, and then could never hit 275. And then one day I couldn't even hit like 265. So I was really just dropping, and that was after I had the flu and stuff. So all my strength was losing. And one day I was in the gym almost a year ago with my Grind Guys trainee partner Chris Benavidez back in Virginia, and I was like, you know what? I hit 250 for like 5, and I was like, you know what? I think I could do 275 today, and I hit it, and I was just like, whoa, I almost cried, honestly, because I had plateaued for so long. I figured I would just never pass it. I put into my mind that it wasn't achievable, and everything's achievable, bro. You just gotta put in the work. So, that day I was just so happy, like grinning ear to ear. I was like, I'm about to have a great cheat meal when I leave the gym right now. This is it right now. I did it. Like, this is the golden ticket. This is my Willy Wonka moment, my Charlie Bucket moment. This is my Kurt Angle gold medal. This is my Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit WrestleMania 20 moment, or should I say Chris Benoit? I don't know who Chris Benoit is. Chris Benoit. That was my moment, bro. That was it. That was the best day on the job by far. But you're only as good as your last match, as they say in pro wrestling. You're only as good as your last day in the gym. I take that with everything I do. So hopefully the next day is the best day. Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
I definitely feel it, man. Yeah, especially that your last match. You're only as good as your last match, and as kind of a harsh pill that's to swallow. It's true because you never know who's watching. So. Right. That's awesome, man. It's really cool that you set a goal and you achieved it. You know, you just went out there and you got it. Yeah. So it's really great, man. It has been quite a show. It's been a very informative show. I really had a really good time talking with you and learning more about you and freestyling with you.
Fun.
Yeah. It's fun, yeah.
Definitely fun.
With that's pretty much our show today. Thank you all for listening in and tuning in. Please like this video, subscribe to Tenacious TV if you haven't. Go ahead and plug your sponsors once again.
You can go ahead and go to castleberrynutrition.com, and you can use the promo code ChrisBay, no spaces, all caps. That's BEY, not BAE for all the single chicks out there. Just letting you know. It's Chris BEY, and you can get like 50% off of your purchase. If you can't remember the name, just go under the sponsored athletes tab, and I'm like the third one under there, so you'll see me right there. Doing the double bicep, Chris Strong, gimmicky pose, but it's tight. It's cool, man. It's cool. You can check me out on SoundCloud and Spin Relay at Chris Bay, and then on all other social media outlets, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, at dashing Chris Bay. Before Cody Rhodes, I was dashing. Just like,
oh yeah,
I've been that name on Twitter and everything for like 6 or 7 years. So I've been holding it down for a while.
That's the shit, man. This is a guy who has set goals and achieved them, and this right now with him just starting his wrestling career is just the start of something new, as they would say in High School Musical.
This could be the
Start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh! And that's Tenacious. See you next week, everybody.
Peace.